Yeah, lady, you got caught. You got. Okay? Just just say you got. It's over with. You got.
Ay, ay, they want me back now. Ay, ay, now she go down, down. Ay, ay, they want me back now. Ay, see I'm getting to the bag now.
So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, let's start from the beginning. You know how Trump is doing everything he can to pass the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act is, legislation that's going to, protect elections, make them fair, clean, for the American people, make sure that non-citizens aren't voting. And he's pushing that really hard. Well, unfortunately, the SAVE Act was not passed at all. Okay? So Trump said, you know what? I'm still going to push the issue. Even though it's not passed, I'm still going to push the issue. So it started with him asking all states to hand him over the voter rolls. The voter rolls is the registry for all voters, So if you register to vote, you'd be in the voter roll, basically, right? Now, all the red states have complied with giving Trump their voter rolls, Hey, we checked our voter rolls. It seems good to us. Seems clean. Seems like there's no non-citizens voting or registered to vote. But if you want to double check, here you go. Cool. Trump check. Cool. Everything's good. Boom, 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 boom. But there's one, or let's just say a few issues. There's a bunch of states that didn't give Trump their voter rolls. And those are blue states, like California, like New York, all these blue states, they don't want to give Trump their voter rolls. Why? I have no idea, but they're not trying to do that, right? Seems a little fishy to me, but they ain't trying to do that, right? But they guaranteed that it's fair, legit, and no fraud, nothing going on. Only American citizens are on those voter registry rolls. Only American citizens. No non-Americans. Matter of fact, the left have been saying that non-citizens voting is so rare. It's so rare. I think they did this study, left study actually. They did the study where they found, was it 40 instances of non-citizens voting or registered to vote in 10 years? That was their claim. They said it's very rare. Elections have integrity and, it's clean. Everything's great. But here's the problem. New Jersey, for example, blue state. Trump, this dude Trump. Trump asked New Jersey for their voter roll. They declined. Cool. Trump said, all right, you don't want to comply? Cool. You don't want me to check that there's no non-citizens in your voter rolls? Cool. Now, mind you, the governor of New Jersey declined him. The governor of New Jersey said it's clean, everything's good, right? Trump said, okay, bet. Here's what we're going to do. You decline, you don't want to give us your voter roll so we can double check that there's no non-citizens voting in our elections? Cool. No problem. You ain't trying to do that? Cool. But here's what I'm going to do. If we find out that there are non-citizens registered and voting in our elections, I'm taking all y'all to prison. I'm prosecuting all y'all. Because you got to remember, part of their job is to make sure that that's not a thing. That's part of their job. That's part of the government in New Jersey to make sure that non-citizens aren't voting in our election. Right? That's part of their job. They vowed to make sure that that's a thing. That's part of their job. Great. Trump said, okay, cool. You say it's good? Cool. You don't want me to double check? You don't want my administration to make sure that they're clean and good? Cool. If we find out that there's non-citizens in your voter registry and or voting, yeah, all y'all getting prosecuted. Every single one of y'all. Guess what happens next? Yo, Trump, sometimes this dude is the godfather, bro. Sometimes I'm telling you right now, sometimes Trump, you kind of have to respect his you gotta respect his game, bro. Guess what happens next? Let's take a look. All of a sudden, they need to make a press conference. We need to make a press conference. Pops out of nowhere. Guess what they found? Let's go and see. Yo, this is hilarious to me.
Good afternoon. I'm joined today by Lieutenant Governor Caldwell, Acting Chair and Chief Administrator of the Motor Vehicle Commission, Rosalie Johnson. When I came into office 6 months ago, I promised New Jerseyans that my administration would be different. We'd be open. We'd be direct. And we'd have a culture of accountability in the state. In keeping with my commitment, we are here to share information I learned of a few days ago.
Oh, hold on.
In June?
She said she learned that a few days ago. Wow. Interesting. Carrying on.
In June of 2023, nearly 3 years before I became governor, a serious software error in New Jersey's motor vehicle system led to the improper voter registration of what we believe to be roughly 6,600 people in our state. When New Jerseyans applied for a driver's license or identification at the MVC, they were asked if they wanted to register to vote. In the case of this error, some individuals indicated that they weren't citizens and weren't eligible to vote, but the software registered them anyway. The error in the software was corrected a year later in June of 2024. That is more than 2 years ago. I learned of this last Wednesday, and I immediately ordered my chief counsel to launch a comprehensive investigation. Currently, the Division of Elections is working to ensure anyone who is illegally registered is removed from the voter rolls.
Here's my question. She said she just learned about this all of a sudden. Convenient. What do you guys think? Because here's my question to you guys. If Trump didn't press the issue, do you think they'd be having a press conference? Be for real. Come on now. If Trump didn't press him on, yeah, all y'all getting prosecuted if we find out. Yeah. You think this is happening? Yeah, if you think it's still happening, you're a gullible idiot. Bro, be for real. Now, mind you, she said, we found 66,000. No, I'm sorry, 6,600. I apologize. 6,600. We found 6,600 non-Americans in the registry, in the voter rolls. so far. You know what that means? They're not done checking. You know what I think? I think it ain't 66,000. I think it ain't 6,600. I think it's 66,000. They're trying to minimize this. They're trying to save face. This is what I'm talking about when I say these leftists, these Democrats are scumbags. They will look you dead in your face. Now, if you believe that this woman had no idea that this was going on, you're an idiot. All of a sudden, press conference. It took being threatened with jail time, prison time, prosecution for you to press conference? Come on, man. Come on.
Analysis shows that fewer than 400 newly registered individuals voted in an election due to this software error. They were registered as Democrats, Republicans, and the majority unaffiliated, and were scattered across the state. But let me be clear. This entire situation is unacceptable.
Oh, wait. This entire situation is unacceptable. She said, this is so funny to me because if I don't see how anybody could not see this BS, bro. She said, because of this software error, sorry, I don't think I said it right. Because of this software error, roughly 400 voted in the last election. Now, mind you, I think it's more, but she's trying to, lighten it and make it seem like it ain't cool. I think it's more. I know that it's more. I can bet my whole bank account that it's more, but cool. You know what's funny about this? If you ask any leftist Democrat, hey, we got to make sure that our elections are clean. We got to make sure that the rolls are clean. We got to make sure that non-citizens are voting. You know what they say? They say non-citizens voting is illegal, prosecuted by law. There's nothing to worry about. That's what they say all the time. They say there's nothing to worry about. It's all clean. Now, mind you, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a real question. Now, she just admitted 400 voted in the last election. Cool. Let me ask you a question. If Trump said, 400 voted in the last election, bet. Give me all their names. I'm prosecuting all of them. What do you think she's going to say? I'm right behind you. Let's go and prosecute them. Do you think she's going to say that? Or she's going to say, come on. I mean, it was last election. It's over with. You won. No problem. You won. Just let it go. We fixed the problem. Which one do you think she's going to say? How anybody can't see through the BS is beyond me, bro. It's beyond me.
Unacceptable that the vendor released software with such a glaring error. It's unacceptable that the MVC took a year to get this issue fixed.
Yeah, it's unacceptable.
And it's unacceptable that no one in the previous administration brought this to light.
You mean Joe Biden's administration?
When it happened years ago. For too long, the trend playbook has been to avoid tackling and solving tough problems. New Jersey's better than that. And I am working to create a different culture. One where we are both effective and transparent. This failure didn't occur under my watch, but accountability starts now.
Accountability starts
now. Because the people of New Jersey shouldn't have to wait a year for a problem to get solved.
This instant.
Or 2 years to learn it even happened. I'm taking immediate action
to
make sure something like this doesn't happen again.
Right.
Administrator Johnson has already started the process to replace the vendor behind the error. We're sending letters to the people impacted by this error, and we will remove anyone from the voter rolls who may have improperly registered. And my team is taking a hard...
Again, do you think she's doing this if Trump didn't pressure and threaten prosecution? Be for real, bro. Be for real.
Team is taking a hard look at the process failures that occurred under the previous administration.
Joe Biden.
And the guardrails we can put down for the future. On day one, I appointed our state's first ever chief operating officer to take on the bureaucracy and brokenness within state government. She and her team are focused on fixing the fundamentals.
I want
so
y'all to
it
notice
doesn't take
something.
a year to
The way she's speaking with that urgency, that we're gonna fix this issue. This is important to me. Hey, you know, that's that orange is the new black speaking. That ain't her speaking. That's the orange is the new black speaking. She don't want to go. She don't want to be. She don't want to be prosecuted. She don't want to do no jail time, prison time. That's that orange is the new black speaking. That's not her. I'm dead.
take a year to find a software error and fix it, because New Jerseyans deserve accountable government. I know how important public service is, and I've worked to serve this country most of my life.
Right.
I've taken several oaths to support and defend our Constitution as a Navy pilot, a federal prosecutor, and an elected official. Election integrity is core to that oath. It's my duty as governor to make sure our elections are free, fair, and secure. In the months ahead, I'll keep working with our election.
This is what I don't like about Democrats, bro. Mind you, both parties are trash. Both parties are just terrible. But there's one party that is complete scumbag, complete horrible. My opinion. That's the left. Kamala Harris, when she was running against Trump in 2024, ran on democracy. She ran on democracy. Oh, if Trump gets elected, you know, he's gonna take away your right to vote and this and that. What is this? What is this? These people are more loyal to people 2 C's over there than people that voted them in here. This is what I hate about Democrats, bro. Instead of saying, you know what, our policies are terrible, our approval rating is terrible because our policies are terrible. Let's change the policies. Let's make policy that's going to attract voters that we usually don't get. They never say that. You know what they say? It ain't our policies. It ain't us. It's y'all. Y'all are the problem. And if you don't want to vote for us, that's cool. We'll just ship in voters. This is what I hate about them. They don't care about American citizens at all, bro. At all. It's my personal opinion, but I can prove it with so many facts. This is one of them. This is one of them. It's insane to me, bro.
I'll keep working with our election officials, local, county, and state to do just that. As the Trump administration tries to weaponize elections for political gain, I am ensuring that we protect our elections.
Oh, you're doing
Let
that.
me be clear. Donald Trump has zero credibility on the issue of election integrity.
It wouldn't be official if we didn't attack Donald Trump after he forced you to do this. It would not be official. Typical.
10 years, he's cried wolf and peddled bizarre conspiracy theories about fraud with no evidence. I saw the consequences
Wait, hold
of
on.
Trump's
She said
lies
about
on-
fraud with no evidence. What is this? Yo, I'm telling you, these people are clowns, bro. Bro, these people straight up. They're straight up. Red. That's what they are. Red. That's what you guys are. Red.
January 6th. I was in the Capitol when he and his followers tried to steal the election and put the lives of hundreds of members of our law enforcement at risk. Trump could care less about the actual integrity of the process. His only concern is himself. Right now, his administration is defunding federal election security programs, while his hand-picked Supreme Court threatens voting rights at every turn. He spent the past year redrawing the map to win his party more seats in Congress, all while pushing the biggest voter suppression bill in history.
Suppression bill.
The difference between my administration and this White House is stark. We don't deflect, deny, or exploit problems for our own gain. We find them and we fix them, because that's what a good, accountable government should do. And we will keep working every single day to make sure every eligible citizen can vote, every lawful vote is counted, and every step possible is taken to safeguard our elections. With that, I'll hand things over to our state's top election official, Lieutenant Governor Caldwell.
Yo, I'm not gonna listen to the rest of this nonsense. I'm gonna put the link down below so you guys can watch the rest of this. But again, these people are clowns. It's that simple. Thanks for watching. W2X. I'll see you guys next time.
Calling out for your aid. Need someone out of sight. Words exchanged, it's undone. Nothing you can say to me. All you do is play with me. Now all I have is hate in me.